meat is cold, the hearth is warm. The saga continues. I'm Grandpa Bud, and we're playing Valheim. We've got a heavy start today. We managed to pull 90 more silver out of those peaks last time, and I'm about to leave it up there for the crows. But perhaps that's not the best thing. We need to bring it down the mountain and start feeding the forge. We're starting with the screaming snow run, bringing that haul to the water's edge at Shadow-Garth Forge. Once those furnaces are roaring, we're headed back into the cold. I've been hearing about these frost caves, places where the old cults used to hide. We've got the silver sword, the shield now. So let's see if they can handle the dark. Let's get to work. First thing, let's get some sleep. And if this rain continues, it's going to be a complete blizzard when we get up there. And I think what we'll do this time is we'll grab our cart and take it down the mountain to the closest edge of the shore we can get. And then we'll grab our boat and go from there. Okay. Wrong portal. No surprise there, is it? Grandpa. Alright. Looks like we've got what we need for our cart. No, we need more wood. So, let's take a look. We got some wood. Man, taking a week off, and I feel like I don't know where anything is. Plus, I took a little bit of time just to play around with one of the weapons that we're going to be able to make. We don't have any wood. Let's see. Let's see if we got any. Surely we have wood. If not, I think there's a tree out there we can cut down. Which is, I guess, what we're gonna have to do. So I've never played oh, there's some wood. And there's Mr. Bear. Wonder how Mr. Bear and Frostner get along. I think, food's getting low. Our stamina's low because of it. But I don't think Frostner does a great weapon for the bear. I think he might be, or it appeared, It wasn't doing much damage, so I don't know that he's real resistant to. Or I don't think he's weak to blunt. That's what I was trying to say. Can't chop trees and talk at the same time. But I took some time to experiment with weapons and armor that I've never used. And there's some stuff that comes out of the mountains that will help us in that regard. Alright. Now we should be able to make that cart work for us. Yes. Never did fix up this floor, I take it. I thought we did some of the walls, but probably didn't do the inside walls either. Alright, somebody's beating up on it. How'd they even get in here? Well, I know how they got in here. But I took some time to play around with the weapons and armor that I hadn't used out of the mountains before, and I'm kind of excited to give it a try. I think we're going to switch our strategy, and we'll see what happens. Alright, let's eat some food before we get ourselves in trouble. Doorway's just a little short getting through. I'm going the other way. I know what we need. That'll do it. Okay. So the closest shore looks like it's going to be right over here. So we'll try to go off this edge. Well, that looks like a straight shot. It should be no problem. Not sure I really wanted to go down there, but holy cow. Hope we don't want to get back up. My gosh. Yeah, that'll be a real short trip down. I do hope that our cart makes the trip. Yep, Gotta get the stamina back before I can dig my next step. Let's go see if we can find that wolf. Boy, even with our rested buff, it's taken forever to get stamina back. Here he is. He found us. Frostner works well against him. Ah, there we go. The wolf trophy. Now we can make the wolf hide cape. Well, I guess we'll just put the cart right here. Want to make sure it's on level ground, though. I don't want it to start rolling off on us. Well, let's see what happens. Got our weight belt, so we can at least carry a little more of the silver up as we go. Doubt that we're going to get that many, though. 78. Just drop 8 of them, then. Oh, no. Still too... How much are they? They're 14 apiece. I would have thought 8 would have done it, but I'm gonna have to do 2 more. That's the wrong direction. Just thinking about the boat and grabbing a portal after we load up the cart here. So once we load up the cart, let's go grab a portal. And we'll want to drop it down here at the bottom when we get down. And then we can jump back to get the boat. Let's also look and see if we can make that wolf cape now that we... Don't know that there's a huge advantage to it, other than I like the looks of it. We're a little short on wolf hide, so we're probably going to be yeah, we need 6, and then we're going to need 4 silver. We'll take these 6, these 2 back with us to the mountain. Leave that wolf meat behind. Little boat will work for what we want because we only have 3 stacks. Gonna drop off the wolf materials before we make the trip down the mountain. And since we have the boat, I'm gonna skip the portal. Gotta check on the stream. 1 second. There we go. Okay. I really don't know about that trip. Wouldn't it be terrible if this just goes straight in the water? Don't know about this, just don't know. That is one steep, steep mountain. Yeah, and then we got it stuck. See if we can do a quick repair. It's going to be hard to get a table here because it's not flat. It blinked there for just a minute. There we go. That's all we need. I'm not even sure we can make it down this mountain. Can't. I could, you know, hook onto the wagon, but then I think I'd get caught in it. Oh, we got the hammer out. There it goes. There we go. Oh, that's unfortunate. And I didn't see where the cart went. That's definitely unfortunate. Well, let's grab a spare set of armor here. Does not matter. I don't know why I have to have it in order. And I don't think we want to take that headband with us. But, okay, up here we've got, yeah, let's grab this hood. It's better than nothing. We'll leave this behind and just take that mace. Alright. Well, we probably really don't need to take that bow with us. We will need spare food, though. Let's, sausages, mincemeat, and turnip stew. Start first thing in the morning and see if we can make it down to our corpse without dying. I think I'll go this way instead. Probably should have grabbed the troll hide. Boy, the power of Ether really lets... of course. Yeah, let's take care of him. Otherwise, he's just gonna come up on us when we're not. Oh, and a bear. Okay, sir, come on. this stuff, but we can always drop it later. Wonder if it's any easier running if we get up here. Well, look how steep that is. My gosh. That tower up there looks like it's just ready to fall down the mountain anytime. I hope we're able to find our cart. It looks like it could have gone right in the water. There's our corpse. Not sure we'll be able to get to it. We can stand on these rocks and get our... And we're freezing. That's not a good sign. If we get up there, we can put on our warmer clothes. We just got to get there. That should end the freezing aspect. Put the boat in the water and we should be a little better off then for space wise. But either way, it looks like we're gonna have to come back up. I feel like I'm missing something. Shouldn't we? Oh, there's... Alright. Ether was a big help in getting here. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is the very next step that we were going to do. Once we got the silver back, we were going to look for the frost caves. So this is our first look at a frost cave. Wow. What luck. We will come back here once we've recovered the silver. Let's just do FC for Frost Cave. Now I wish I had brought that portal. It's too bad the silver isn't right here. But let's slide down the mountain. Try not to die again. Oh. Ah. Oh man, that hurts. Let's heal up. We gotta see if we can locate that cart. And I think we're gonna get some company. So that's just rocks. That's the 14 stones that we threw down. Well, if we could have aimed, we would have aimed over here for where we had some land. Look at that. No room in inventory. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do here. No, we didn't get the hoe. Okay. Come on. It was flickering like it was going to go. There we go. I was hoping I could reach it without having to go back every time, but not that big a deal. Guess we might as well take it with us. If we... That's all right. Let's try to get away from this bear before he wrecks us. Boy, I forget how small the carve is until you get it out on open water like this. And watch it get tossed by the waves. And if you ever get in a storm and it can flip on you, and there's no way to flip it back over once it capsizes. Is that the right term? Anyway, if it flips mass down, you're done for. Got another bear. Have I ever said there's too many bears? Lost the wind, didn't we? Well, that came real close to falling all the way into the water. We're lucky it didn't. That would have been hard to retrieve. I'm not sure. I don't know if it would sink or if, since it's in that box, it would float. We need to build a dock at Garth. Shadow-Garth. We need to build a dock at Shadow-Garth so that we can land unload the boat easily. Alright, let's see what we can get rid of so that optimize how much we can carry. Or we don't need to carry that armor with us, that is for sure. Yeah, that should be good for now. Go back down. So, the Frozen Cape. The rumors are that the Frozen Cave has the Wolfkin in it. And from what I know, they're not a friendly bunch. But we are going to go and find out tomorrow. I think our boat's getting further away. So this won't be the last time that we haul silver down the mountain. Yes, the boat's definitely moving away from shore on us. Partially because we keep bumping it. Okay, let's grab the bow. Oh, we don't have our axe either. Well, let's hope it stays there. We're gonna take a breather right here. Well, let's get this going before we do. Put this back where it belongs in the other Olatha base. Alright, do we have a portal? We've got a boat. Looks like we could do a portal right here. While not ideal, I feel safer running down the coast. Let's, we can come back to silver. Let's just leave this with our empty travel portal. And we'll just use our ether power again once we fire this up. We might want to pick up a piece or two of wood along the way. Oh yeah. Once we get there, let's go ahead and eat. Get that stamina. So we got enough to jump over. Ah, here we go. Is that it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't want all that stuff on us. In fact, we probably should leave some of that stuff behind. Definitely don't want the troll hide. The trophy. I think I'm gonna add a or try to add. I probably won't have enough wood now that I think about it. Just enough. So while we're in there, we're not going to be looking. We should pick up some more of those. We want a handful of wood. We need the eyes back. We put those down. We don't need this. We do want a bow. We won't need a pick. Let's try our silver sword there. Okay, get those eyes back. I think it's 10. Let's check our portal, make sure. Okay, we didn't get the 10 eyes. We only got one. Now let's try that one more time, and yeah, we're good there. Okay. 33 seconds on ether left. That's really too bad. But I didn't want to leave that troll right next to the building. Come back and have our base destroyed would be discouraging. That's the word, discouraging. Ether power ran out. Let's try this silver sword out. Seems to work okay. Not quite as powerful as Frostner, but it does slash versus blunt, which comes in handy sometimes. They both have spirit damage, if I remember correctly. But it swings faster. You know, Frostner is a big, slow weapon. It's going to be hard to get up there without our ether power. have to use these bushes and rocks as stopgaps. This one's going to be tough. Yeah, we're not getting there. Alright, let's land on one of these babies. Yes. Can we pause right here? No. Don't know how to get up there. Because every time we jump, we lose such a big piece of our health. And then we just come sliding back down. Don't see a better approach over there. Guess we'll just have to see what we can do. That wasn't it. Wait 10 minutes for Ether to come back. See if we can make that rock right there. Nope. Come on, that was close. No, that wasn't good. I can hear that wolf. I wonder if he'll decide to come after us. Not sure where he is. Now typically I'd use my pickaxe to gain access. Just carve a step in the mountain like we did earlier. And but since we left our pickaxe up here, it's a little hard to do that. So now we have it. Or not. How do we not have it? I'll be. Well, let's see. That's discouraging. I need one piece of wood. Ah. Well, there's no magical way to get one piece of wood. I do believe the Shield Maiden is showing her displeasure with my lack of preparation. Wow, that doesn't even put a step in. It just makes it steeper. Guess there's nothing left to do. Well, go down and get a piece of wood, and then we'll come back up and put the portal in. No, that's even worse. Alright. Gonna stop here for today. We'll drop our portal and then we'll come back to right here with our pickaxe, which should make it easier. Yeah, we won't need the pickaxe. Wrong. You need the pickaxe. Gonna have to chop the wood, carry the water tomorrow, but for now, let's see if we can't get in that frost cave and find out more about these wolfkin. One. Do I have one? Alright, let's pick this up and take it with us. Uh-oh, missed it. Doggone it. Let's bump that up a little bit and get a little more stamina going. There we go. You do have to be careful. The drakes will come around and destroy these if they get half a chance. We've got a new flying enemy we will find here shortly. Again, we're going to follow our always go right policy so that we don't get lost. Got some crystals here. Unlock the crystal wall, the crystal battle axe. That was a short there's the aerial enemy we have, the bats. They're very elusive. They're not very dangerous one-on-one. And occasionally they will drop leather scraps. And that little rattling sound is kind of their announcement that they're coming. So, obvious path that way, and there's a chest over there. Here comes another bat. But before we go that way, you'll see these big blocks of ice, and you can smash these, just like we did when we came in, and open up further paths. So right here, there's a path behind that. We'll get back to that because we're going to follow our go right. Now these doors is where we usually run into enemy. Let's go ahead and eat some food, get prepared for this. See those eyes back there? And then it looks like we've got somebody moving around back there too. Let's open that door and let's see what happens here. There's the first of the wolfkin, the wolves. And back there we can see a cultist. Can't quite get to him though. Cultists have a nasty fire attack. Red jute is more for decorations than anything. And now we've got our first look at. We can kind of look around at the caverns of the wolfkin. Fenris hair, which allow us to do the Fenris coat and the Fenris leggings. And I think we're going to give that a try. Break up these bones and you'll get these meat piles. Has entrails similar to what we got out of the swamp. Alright, and then we can knock those curtains down to get more red jute. This furniture we can break up for fine wood. More Fenris hair. We'll need quite a bit of that. Fenris claws, which now we can create the flesh rippers. That unlock that recipe, we're going to need a lot more materials to do that. But that, I think, is the direction we're going to go. Going to try that lightweight, fast movement. The Fenris gives you a bonus to movement. More Fenris air. So it's more of a agility based attack than it is a big tanky attack with the board, the sword and shield. I was going to say board and sword, whatever your preference is. Alright. And we got 13 Fenris hair out of that. That's a start. We got 2 Fenris claws, and we got some red jute for new decorations. I think that's everything for this portion of the cave. Let's head back to that ice wall. Gonna switch back to Frostner. I think from the reading I've done, Frostner's a little more effective in these caves than the Silver Shield. Silver Sword. Silver Sword is best for I'll think of it here in a minute. New piece of treasure, the silver necklace, and that unlocks the silver chest. There we get a nice listen to the wolf sounds. Alright, let's take this slow and easy. Those cultists like to sneak up on you. There he is, right behind the door. Stay away from that. Fire. That fire attack of his is probably the scariest, most deadly aspect. Alright. What do we got there? An old trophy. Let's stick something in the chest for now, so we can pick that up. Let's actually make a little bit of room here. And we'll pick this stuff up on our way out. Got plenty of inventory room. Keep an eye out. There'll be more cultists around. There's some more wolves. See, Frostner's pretty effective. Let's see what the silver sword does here. I believe that green is the spirit damage. When we hit with the silver sword or with the Frostner, we see that. So now I wish I had brought my headlamp, because it gets dark and I can't see. Just picking up those meat piles, hovering over them with the cursor so that I can find them, since I can't see much of anything. What was that? Meat pie. Meat pile, not pie. About the same thing, though. Fenris hair doesn't just drop when you hit E, so I end up having to hit it. With the sword to get it down. And then some of that Fenris hair stays up there too high to pull down, so I use my bow to get at it. Lots of ambient sounds in these caves. I think we've exhausted it. We need to get our rested bonus back. If we had stones with us, we could make a fire in the entrance, but we don't have any stone. Yeah, I've got my inventory open. I couldn't swing at him. There we go. All right. That's good for this section. We had that stairs down up here by the chest. Actually, let's take what we can out of here. And let's go rest at home. And we can portal right back. Spice rack. I'd rather have all this stuff in one place. Maybe I can move something else around. Let's take that down, and we're going to be getting more bones. Let's put that down. Okay. This way, when we come out of the cave, we can dump most everything into the same chest. Alright, we got some more healing potions. We don't. Shouldn't let ourselves get low on those. Let's see if we can't cook one up. Spice rack. So, medium healing, we need 10 honey, 4 blood bags, 10 raspberries. Honey, raspberries, dandelions, spice rack. Come on, spice rack. I want to get my chest. Blood bags. I'll go ahead and make 2. Get one of them going. Get a little sleep. There's enemies nearby. I think there's a... I think he fell in the moat. Let's head down deeper in and see what we can find. And once we've finished our haul, well, this is going to be disappointing. We should have come down here to start with, and we could have been done with it. I expected to find a whole nother area of cultists and olves. That doesn't look like there's anything left. I think that's it. Stamina's getting low again. So, only thing left is to find more caves. Wow. If there's more, I don't even know how we found this one. We just got lucky. These are such straight up and down cliffs. We need to be able to fly. I seriously doubt that there's another very close by. But either one of those could be that one there or that one there. I'm going to try to make it to that rock over there. Let's go ahead and then maybe we can make it up to that. Whoa, that was close. We should check out that tower as long as we're here. And any of those protrusions look like good candidates for another cave. It's the first time I've seen one on the cliffside like that. See if we can get rid of some of those drakes before we get there. Hold still. Got his attention anyway. Not gonna go after that frozen gland. Alright. We're gonna try to make our way across here. Barely, but we made it. Let's see, carrots were the black forest, turnips were... oh. We've been here before, because we stuck that guy in the hole right there. I don't know if you can see him, but there's a stone golem in the pit right there. And we have been to this point before. But there he is right there in that pit. Let's get up to our silver mine. But I don't want to look back. Is there any caves? Hard to see. I don't think there is. There he is. Let's try our sword. So right there is where's our portal is, but we haven't looked around much over here. Oh, and there's the other one who's stuck on the side of the mountain. Don't really want to get too close to him. Alright, we're going to portal back and not portal back because it's set to silver and we're set to gameplay. Okay, here we go. Come on. Probably gonna pick him up anyway. Let's do some quick repairs. Clean up our inventory so we're ready for the next go round. New treasure item. Spice rack. Hang on to your bones. You're gonna have a great use for those later on. I don't know, it's kind of tempting to leave the... We took those wolf pelts to the mountain. Trying to get that wolf cape made. And I believe we needed 6 for that. Alright, I think we'll wrap that up for this one. The hearth is warm. The meat is cold. I'm Grandpa Bud. Y'all have a good one.